Phone in if you see him come in. If they win out, they win the division regardless of losing to the Eagles. But I bet the Giants were going to beat them once. So Philly's the wild card, unfortunately. Philly 5 seed in the NFC. Maybe that's a little crazy take, but it's happened. Just get ready for it.
I don't know what I'm doing. This is not the intro.
I was just complaining about the play call with my dad. I don't know what's up with McDaniel, man. Like, I don't know if he's getting too cute. I don't know what he's doing, but
he stopped drooling. He needs more nicotine.
Yeah. When I said the 49, I would take the Vikings, the Lions, and the Eagles over the Niners right now. It was after the Minnesota Vikings had just beaten them.
So you're wrong.
No.
This man can't.
100% right. And then when they do the next week, they lost.
This is why he says he's never wrong, because he can't accept that he's ever wrong. I admit when I'm wrong.
Gary, you're such a troll, dude. You're such a troll.
Looking at the remaining schedules, I think that what the teams have left, the Minnesota's got a tough schedule to finish. So they gotta go.
Some of the highest highs and some of the head-scratchingest of head-scratchingest moments, man. Like, that Broncos game was one. It has to be the most fun I've ever had at a football game. I hate Russell Wilson. So to see him get absolutely crushed, that in person was glorious. I was screaming my heart out. So happy.
And we're back with another episode of the Barely Football Podcast live. As always, I'm your host, Zachary Smith. Joining me as always is the glasses-wearing troll who wishes he was a knoll, as in like a hill. It's Kerry Dempsey.
Can't believe you'd ever call me a troll. So
bro, that is what you do. That is your life on Twitter.
I would never troll. Never.
That is your life on Twitter.
I've never trolled in my life. I never will troll in my life, unfortunately. You can't even prove it either.
All right, so as you may notice, we are one Beerly Boy short of a full cast.
He says he's there.
He's not there. I can send a picture, but he is not here. I'm just going to send a picture to Kerry real quick. He is not anywhere to be found. Sending it. There you go. I put it in the group chat too, just so Trevor sees it as well. So Trevor's not here yet. He's supposedly on his way. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. Kerry, what are you drinking tonight? You've making faces over there. I assume it's something real good.
So my parents got me a lot of different beers for Christmas. So I decided to try one of the more adventurous looking ones. I thought this was a blueberry. I looked at it. It's a pretty cool can. You can see it. Like, it's got a banana, blueberry, whatever this brown stuff is. And then I looked at it and I was like, this is a banana, PB, and mallow drink. It is a Fluffernutter sour. I don't know who thought of this. A Fluffernutter sour, a like New England sandwich drink. And it's like they just took a bunch of random ingredients and threw them together and called it a beer. It's not awful. It's just so weird tasting. It's throwing me off.
And now, he was here and then he just left. So I'm just going to go ahead and introduce my beer. So again, I have a very special beer tonight. It's one that's near and dear to my heart. It is a Free State of Smith Brewing Company.
Wow.
Red Wave. Got a little raccoon there on the bottle. Got the labels going and everything. It's good stuff.
I'm also drinking a Cerveza Palma because got to get this taste in my mouth somehow.
And welcome to the show.
Loading screen.
Welcome to the show. The weird guy who can't fly. It's Billy Trev Scott. How we doing, buddy?
Your internet looks awful.
Yep, and he's gone.
Great appearance in Trev Scott.
Alrighty. So let's go ahead and get in to the meat of this episode. We have the college football playoff coming up, Kerry.
We do. I'm excited. We actually got some bowl games.
Yeah.
Going on. Actually, one going on right now. USC is absolutely killing Louisville. Nope. Actually, Louisville just scored. 21-14, USC leads. The Moss, whatever his first name is, backup Miller Moss, 3 touchdowns already. Who needs Caleb Williams? Caleb Williams, assistant.
Overrated.
I don't know about that, but good games. Before we head into the playoffs, is there any bowl games you're looking forward to watch this weekend, Zach?
Oh, there's one I'm going to watch tomorrow.
I wonder.
My Miami Hurricanes taking on the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers. And I think we're going to win the game. I think we're going to win it.
Who's starting?
I don't know.
Is Van Dyke's gone, right?
Yeah, Van Dyke's gone.
And every
Let me
Williams
look
hurt?
up Miami
QB3.
starting QB bowl game. Because this is going to be interesting. I actually don't know who's starting. Yes! Yes, it's Ja'Cory Brown, baby. Let's go.
Wow.
The dual threat QB
Are
who
you
was
guaranteeing a
redshirted
win?
this year, likely going to be the starter next year. Oh, dude, I'm excited.
Are you guaranteeing a win over Rutgers?
I'm guaranteeing a win with Ja'Cory Brown as QB1. Let's go.
That's
He's been honing his skills all season in practice. He's going to run for 75 yards and throw for 250.
Wow.
4 total touchdowns.
All right. We got a couple big games. Missouri and Ohio State. I don't even know who's playing in it. I know McCord's gone, so Ohio State backup quarterback. We
Can't be that much worse, can it?
I guess not. Ole Miss, Penn State, Saturday. And then Georgia, Florida State, Saturday afternoon. I heard like 20 Florida State players are like opted out already, including their QB3 or whatever QB they're on now. But I think Georgia's team is pretty much there.
Only 2 players, I think. Only 2 starters not showing up for the Georgia-Florida State game. So
I think Georgia's the best team that didn't make the playoffs, sadly.
I think they're the best team.
They might be the best team in football. Just had a
Yeah,
rough week.
they just had a bad week against Alabama in the SEC championship game.
It's rough.
But, I mean, hey, listen. Sucks to be them, I guess. I don't know.
Some interesting, like, who decided to schedule Liberty in Oregon? That's a very random one on New Year's Day.
I think Liberty's got a chance at the upset here.
I'm assuming Bo Nix isn't playing.
Yeah, Bo Nix is not playing.
Yeah, you never know.
That, like, right away.
These games are interesting. All right, let's head to the actual big games. And first of all, who schedules these games? Like, why do you have to put the second game at 9 p.m. on a Monday night? Why don't they put it during the day, like, so normal people can watch it?
That's a good question, Kerry. It's a good question that I think we as football fans deserve an answer to. But honestly, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you who schedules these games and why they schedule them the way they do.
Screwed. All right.
Pretty screwed.
5, we got Alabama at Michigan.
Alabama at Michigan.
4v1.
Ah, gosh. I'm gonna pick Michigan. I like their defense.
You think it's gonna be a close game?
I think it's gonna be an ugly game. I think it's gonna be downright disgusting to watch. But I think Michigan pulls it out like 19-12 or something like that.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I feel like it's all to JJ McCarthy, honestly, because like he's shown flashes where he can take over. You know, he ended the season last year well against like Ohio State. Obviously, didn't do great against TCU in the playoffs, but he can show and he can be that guy. This year, he hasn't had to do anything. But
yeah,
Jalen Milroe has played great lately. And I think it's gonna be fun. Honestly, I don't love Michigan. I'm just gonna be different. I'm gonna pick Bama. Nick Saban, Bama. I don't think they're a great. I don't even think they should have been in the playoffs, but Bama's lucky. I think Bama sneaks it out in an ugly game, just like you said, like a 20-17 Bama win, something like that. But it's gonna be a close one. All right, and then we got our 8:45 Texas at Washington, 3 seed versus 2 seed.
I'm gonna do the controversial thing, and I'm gonna take Washington because I want them to win. I think Texas is a better team, but I want Washington to win this game. Go Huskies! Horns down.
Honestly, if I want to, I feel like both the teams I want to win the championship are playing each other in this game.
Really?
I don't want either Alabama or Michigan to win.
I think if Huskies get through, I think they beat Michigan, but I don't think.
Really?
I don't think Texas beats Michigan.
I feel like this Washington offense is just not going to do that well against like a good defense like Michigan.
Watch them, dude. I promise.
I don't know.
The Huskies have that dog in them.
I'm going Texas. I like Texas. Honestly, their only loss was on literally the last drive of the game against Oklahoma, even though Zach calls it the worst loss of any of these teams in the playoffs.
It is.
But
it objectively is.
They absolutely dominated in their championship game. They're ready for this. I think this will be a blowout. Not a blowout, but I think they'll win by 2 scores. At least.
I don't think it's a 2-score game.
Sadly, I like Michael Penix a lot, but he kind of slowed down end of the season, and I just don't think Washington's as good as Texas. Sadly. But should be a good game.
You know what? Everyone's been doubting Washington all year long. They've doubted the Penix man.
You can't doubt the Penix man.
You've doubted him. So I don't want to hear it.
Lately I have, sure. But I hyped him up early on.
Everyone's been doubting the Penix man. He's going to get the job done.
So your official prediction then is...
He may not be big, but he gets the job done. Let's go Michael Penix.
So your official prediction for the college football championship is?
My official prediction, I'm not going to do a prediction. I'm going to do who I want to be there, and I want it to be Michigan and Washington. I don't want to see Alabama in a championship, and I don't want to see Texas anywhere near a natty.
Texas is back. Just get ready for it.
No. Please, no.
I got Bama and Texas, but I want to see Michigan and Texas. We'll see what happens. Should be some good games. All right. Speaking of good games, pick 'em last week.
Golly.
I didn't do great.
I didn't do great either.
I think I picked the Jaguars, so I missed that one. I did pick the Dolphins, so I got that. And then I picked the Niners, so I was 1 for 2.
I picked the Ravens, was the only one I got right.
Rough. I thought you picked. Oh yeah, I thought you picked the Bucks, but then you had to pick.
No, I was like, I hate having the Jaguars on there every week because I have to pick them. I can't pick against my team.
Thankfully, they're not on there this week. But
I know. Even though we still might lose this week, who knows? Press Taylor's got something cooking up under there.
We'll talk about last week and everything else in a little bit. But if you played along with us on Twitter at Beer League Football and got all 3 right, we'll chat you out on the podcast. We had about 25 winners this week, so congrats to all of you. And we run through the winners. I went 3 for 3 on last week's matchups. We had at reporter Chris W. He reports what people say and do. At Jay Hertz fan, 2-time winner. At Uncle Ro Dak, Philly and Old Guy. At Bowie 0_0 Seahawks and Kraken fan. At Benny on the radio, producer for the U of Delaware, Blue Hens. At It's the Cast Man, host of TMS podcast. At Julio Rico Suave, 2-time winner. At Anthony Board 5, 2-time winner. At Cook Dwayne, Lamb Jack fan for life. At Real J. Piquette, retired physicist. At Some Dude 1776, 21 years, USN. At 78. Masked Mallard, Brian Williford. At Good Apple Jokes, 2-time winner. At Emrios282, 2-time winner. At Ben Clark 00, Bucks fan from the UK. At Jason_Wiener, there's nothing finer than a wiener. At AllAbout_146, 2-time winner. At Unionized David, Trade Union and Socialist. At LDJ Football, all things football. At Parlay_Room, Hurricanes fan. at Art for Jazz 2, Steelers fan, at Real G Savage, Realistic Philly fan, and at Genius J 007, journalist from the UK. Congrats to all you winners. Sorry, Sam Adams, you didn't win, but you got next week. And thankfully, even though Trevor's not here right now, I do have the games for next week that he sent me.
Where the hell is he?
Supposedly his internet, he was at some random person's apartment. The internet didn't work, so he had to go back to his own apartment.
Maybe he'll show up later tonight. We'll get him. We'll see if we can get him in.
All right, so our 3 games for this week. First, we have a Saturday game.
Okay.
We have the Lions at the Cowboys. We got, I think, Lions are 11-4, Cowboys 10-5. Should be a pretty good game.
Yeah.
I'll let you go first.
I'm going to be 100% honest. The Cowboys loss last week shocked me. But I don't feel like I'm going to be shocked 2 weeks in a row. Give me the boys.
Boys.
I don't trust Detroit. I just can't. I don't know why. They just give me bad vibes.
That's fair.
Actually. Hold on.
This is a Cowboys team that's been training down, but obviously they've struggled on the road versus at home. But you know what? I need to pick up some ground, and I like the Lions. So I'm going to go Lions. Lions beat the Cowboys. The Cowboys free-for-all continues, which is pretty much meaningless at this point because they're going to get that 5th wild card. I don't think they're going to win the division. So it really doesn't really matter anymore. Unless the Rams catch up to them in this seat, but
yeah, I don't see that happening.
Detroit's defense has looked better the last few weeks.
It has.
And they got C.J. Gardner-Johnson back, which helps.
For sure.
But should be a good game. Our second game is definitely the biggest game of the week.
I still have the tags on this bad boy.
Ooh. We get the
vintage Jags hat.
I like it.
Got the vintage logo on there.
We get the Miami Dolphins at the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens, I think, can clinch the 1 seed with a win. Dolphins will clinch the AFC East with a win.
Well, I'm going to break your heart, Sam Adams, but I'm going with the Ravens. They're a better all-around team. The defense is much better than the Dolphins' defense. I see the Ravens, I'm going to say by 10.
10. Wow.
Yeah.
I was originally going to say the Ravens, but then I'm like, this is 2023. Everything seems to be going crazy. Whenever you pick one team, it goes the other way. Like, it was Dak for MVP 1 week, and then it was Purdy, and now it's Lamar, which means next week it's going to be Tua.
No, let's be honest. Let's not give the MVP to a quarterback this year, please. Please.
Hey, Matthew Stafford coming for it. Joe Flacco.
No, come on now.
Do you know what? I'm going to do the opposite. I'll pick the Dolphins again.
Okay.
Just for you, Sam Adams, and Nando, and all other Dolphins listeners. All right, and then our last game, not two great teams, but both in the playoff conversation and both must-win games, so pretty big game for both of them. We got the Steelers at the Seahawks. Mason Rudolph coming off the best of his game in his career. Can he lead the Steelers to an upset road win in Seattle?
Steelers and the Seahawks in Seattle.
It is in Seattle, home of the 12th man.
Who's starting for Seattle?
Geno is back.
Geno's back.
Yeah, he played last week. He'll be starting again this week.
Yeah, give me the Steelers. If it was Drew Lock masterclass, I'd take the Seahawks. But considering Drew Lock is going to be on the bench at least for the first half, he's not going to be able to overcome the deficit that Geno puts him in.
Zach is the number one.
I'm the only Drew Lock fan. Let's get it straight.
I guess that's true.
Don't get it twisted.
Do you know what? Just to be opposite of Zach on every single pick tonight, I'm going to go the Steelers. Mason Rudolph.
I just took the Steelers.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, then I'll take the Seahawks.
Sam Adams. Thank you, Sam Adams. He is the quarterback of the future.
I think Steelers off. I don't think Mason Rudolph and George Pickens are going to be as good as they were. So
well, that's like saying I don't think it's gonna. I don't think a meteor is going to hit the Earth tomorrow and end all life on the planet.
Hey, Rudolph played great in Christmas time, but it's not Christmas time anymore. So I don't think Rudolph's going to play
It's
as
the
well.
new year.
It's a new year. Actually, this will be on the last day of
Oh, okay.
But
My bad.
But I'll go Seahawks, and we'll get Trevor's at some point if he ever shows up. Who knows? All right, Zach. Let's start it off with some Jaguars.
Okay, let's please start it off with the Jaguars. So some of you may know this, some of you may not. I'm the one that titles these episodes. So when I put Zach's Frauduars in the title, I'm in a dark place. Okay, and that's what it is right now. We're in a dark
place.
We went from number 1 seed in the AFC for a couple hours to are we going to make the playoffs? And that was about a month ago. Maybe a little over a month ago, about a month and a half ago. But the thing that I don't understand about this Jaguars team is you expect coming out of the bye week that, okay, the team is going to, fix some issues and we're going to come out firing all cylinders. Since the bye week, we haven't won a game. We have not won a game since the bye week. How does this happen?
Do you think they're better off starting C.J. Beathard and let Trevor Lawrence get healthy for a week?
It doesn't matter who you start behind that O-line. That's the softest group of big men I've ever seen.
Softest. Over Washington's?
They're softer than Washington's. At least those Washington boys try. They suck, but at least they try. Luke Fortner has been awful. Ezra Cleveland is stuck between Walker Little, who's a baby back bitch, and
hasn't that rookie played with Anton Harrison?
Harrison is like 11th in the NFL and pass block success rating.
Who Zach was hating on for drafting?
I wasn't hating on them for drafting Harrison.
Oh yes, you were. Go back and listen. You wanted a secondary.
I said I did want a secondary guy, and frankly, the secondary's awful.
But imagine that O-line without Harrison right now.
Yeah, true. But also Cam Robinson got hurt. That sucks.
Is Brandon Sheriff actually healthy? I mean, that's the bigger.
Brandon Sheriff hasn't done anything. He's washed, and it's pretty bad. T-Law gets hurt every week, and the Christian Kirk injury was a big loss. Yeah, true. He's lost his security blanket, and they're trying to make Evan Ingram that security blanket, but he just doesn't get as open as much as Christian Kirk does. So it's not a 1-to-1 comparison. Like they can't replace each other.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Christian Kirk goes down, you see Evan Ingram numbers spike, but it's not the same because Evan Ingram doesn't require the same amount of attention that Christian Kirk does, which means that Calvin Ridley, who has struggled to get open all year, is now getting doubled because the only other weapon they have in that offense, they have ETN out of the backfield, and then Evan Ingram, who's a decent tight end, but he's not I don't think he's top 5. And then you have Parker Washington, who's a rookie, Zay Jones, who is hurt now. I mean, it's a mess. The injuries are a mess right now. It's awful. But I want Press Taylor gone. I want him gone.
Sounds like the name. Isn't that the name of the coach from Friday Night Lights?
I don't know, but I want Press Taylor gone. He's so bad.
So
he's we're running an offense. We're doing well. We get past midfield, and all of a sudden it's double reverse, triple pass play, and it's like, what are we doing?
Honestly, the Jaguars are last year's Titans, having the division and then just falling off. And they'll finish the year. But, I mean, on paper, they have a winnable game at home versus the Panthers, but the Panthers have been playing better last few weeks.
And we can't win at home.
And Who knows? CJ Stroud should be back this week, but still, we don't know. And Tennessee's still a tough out. And the Colts of the Raiders have been playing well lately, so nothing's really guaranteed for any of those wins.
If we win and Indianapolis and Houston lose, we've won the division. But there's also a chance if we lose and either Indianapolis or Houston wins, it's going to be tough for us to make the playoffs.
You think it'll come down to the last week for the AFC South?
It might. I mean, I'm hoping it doesn't. I hope that we can get a win this week and the other two teams fail and we can get the division and just ride into the sunset and be happy. But I'm very, very concerned that we're going to lose to the Panthers. Because the Panthers, here's the problem with the Panthers. The Panthers, like, it looks like they're tanking, but they don't even have a first-round pick to tank for.
That's why they're playing the hardest.
Yeah, and so, like, it's easy to say, like, oh, this team's given up, but the Panthers don't have a reason to give up. They're not playing for anything. Mm-hmm. If anything, they're playing to take a top pick from Chicago.
Yeah.
Which is an NFC team, which they play.
And honestly, I don't love their...
I hope so, Sam Adams. I really do.
I don't love their Week 18 matchup either. Titans are a hard team to beat at home.
Yeah.
The Titans are a divisional team that's going to want to knock them out. And the thing is, one of those Texans-Colts teams are going to win next week because they play each other.
Yeah.
So I think the Jags have to win.
We have to win this week.
They have to
we
win
have
one
to
of
win
these
this
games.
week. We just have to win this week. I didn't want to focus on the Titans. Got to win this week. Yeah. I don't even want to focus on the Titans. If we don't win this week, we don't deserve to be in the playoffs. I don't even care if we do make the playoffs. We don't deserve to be there.
Probably a true statement.
Now, it is rumored that if we do make the playoffs, Christian Kirk could be back for the playoffs. But that's a rumor.
Still got a ways to go before that happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, let's switch divisions.
Uh-huh.
Your team just got trounced by the Bucs.
Yeah.
Bucs, I think, can clinch with a win this week.
I believe they can.
I believe they can. Are you ready to wrap this division up for the Bucs? You think the Falcons or somehow the Saints will hang on and win the division?
Let me look at their remaining schedules. Who does Tampa Bay play this week?
I know they play the Bucs, or Tampa Bay plays the Saints week 18. So if the Bucs
they play the Saints this week.
Oh.
And then they play the Panthers in week 18. The Bucs have wrapped this division up. They're going 2-0 in those two games.
Yeah, Bucs have looked great lately. Baker Mayfield is playing.
Baker Mayfield's better than your GOAT, Tom Brady. Not my GOAT.
Last year, sure.
NFC South is so bad. Well, I mean, the Bucs are playing good.
Yeah, the Bucs are playing pretty good.
The rest of the NFC South, yeah, I agree with you. But the Bucs are.
Hey, the Falcons look great. Falcons looked great with Taylor Heineke last week.
They looked fine.
That was the best they've looked in a while. If they had started, that's the one thing with Taylor Heineke. He's not going to turn the ball over, and that was their biggest issue with Ritter.
But Taylor Heineke did turn the ball over when he got the starts earlier this year.
I think he only had like one or two. He didn't have 4 per game for Ritter. Like, how many interceptions does Heineke have this year? 1?
He's got to have more than 1.
He has 1. He threw 1 against Minnesota.
I don't believe that. I'm looking it up.
It's a fact. I'll put my life on it right now. He's 1 interception this season. Wow, look, I was right. He doubted me.
Yeah, he has 1 interception.
Ooh. Guess who was right?
It was Kerry. Sorry. I'm sorry I had to subject you all to that.
But yeah, I'll go with the Bucs. I think the Bucs will wrap it up. All right, let's start with a small quarterback news today, and then we'll head to the big quarterback news.
Okay, let's do it. Bucs are mid.
Wow, someone just is jealous. Bucs are the best team in Florida. Ooh.
Sadly. Well, no, probably Dolphins are the best team in Florida, but Bucs are easily number 2. Jags are the worst team in Florida right now.
Sadly.
I don't know what happened.
All right, we had a couple with 3 big quarterback benchings today. We'll start with a small two first. Zach, your boy Tyrod Taylor is back as QB1 of the Giants. The DeVito era is over.
Yes. Yes.
I don't get it at all. Obviously, Tyrod Taylor is the better quarterback, but obviously this is a team that doesn't really want to win, and I don't think Tyrod Taylor's. They're going to bring him back next year. He'll probably go somewhere else as a backup.
Dude, he needs to start. Give him the keys to the kingdom and watch this man cook. Dude, Tyrod Taylor on the Browns, they're winning a Super Bowl.
I don't know about that.
Trust.
What DeVito? You have to see what you have in DeVito. Maybe he could be your quarterback 2 next year. But who cares if they win these last 2 games? They could just throw up their draft order. I don't know. And that's the exact same thing in Washington as Sam Howell, who Zach famously called a top 10 quarterback right before his downfall.
That was before his downfall, though. I want to point out it was before his downfall.
Jacoby Brissett was named starter. It's the same thing. Brissett's the better quarterback right now, but do they want to win games or get more?
The thing that what I think they're doing in Washington, and this is
Ron Rivera's playing for his job.
Ron Rivera. If Ron Rivera keeps his job, no matter if they win the last 2 games or not, he's got dirt on somebody. I don't know who it is, but he's got dirt on somebody. Because this Washington team has been supposed to be better than they are year after year, and they've gotten worse year after year. The only way that happens is mismanagement. Ron Rivera's got to go.
And the whole situation with Sam Howell, he showed promise in the first half of the year, and then somehow he just completely has gotten worse every week. And I think he's been statistically the worst quarterback in the NFL the last month.
Yeah.
Obviously, it has to do with coaching.
Now, again, his offensive line is quite bad. But
you've also seen Jacoby Brissett come in there and play great in the second half.
Yeah.
So I think it's more of a mental thing with Howell right now that he's just.
I think he's just. I think he's been hit so many times. He's I don't know when it's safe for me to step up in the pocket or not. And so maybe he's either a little too jumpy or trigger happy, or I don't know what it is, but he the last couple weeks, he just looked scared out there.
I still think he flashed enough.
I think if he's not the starter next season, if they don't figure out that O-line, then it doesn't matter who's the starter next season. But I think he's a starter next season.
If I'm Washington, I'm drafting a guy like Joe Waltz in the first round, a great offensive tackle, and then
do work in the offseason to add to the O-line.
Or maybe pick up a guy like Penix or McCarthy in the second or third round to bring in competition, but someone that you give Howell at least gets a chance to be a starter next.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
And honestly, it's going to depend on whoever their new head coach is because –
True, Sam Adams. He gets killed every play.
Because, a different head coach might want to go in a different direction than the current quarterback situation.
Yeah, but I think any head coach going in, you have to have seen Sam Howell play well. I mean, for a while there, he was playing. I mean, he's throwing 2.5 touchdowns a game with 8 sacks a game. I mean, anyone that's able to do that is pretty impressive.
Especially for a 5th-round pick. That was basically his rookie season because he played 1 game last year.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you got to see the promise. Now, it's dependent on whether you want to develop him or you want to develop your own guy, but I think he deserves a shot. If not in Washington, then somewhere else.
And speaking of quarterbacks wanting to develop their own guy, the biggest news of the day was a certain future Super Bowl winning quarterback that was benched with 2 games left in the season.
I mean, a former, not a future?
Former.
I was about to say, that's a big prediction, Gary.
Yeah, I remember that. It also came out about an hour ago that it sounds like he will be cut this March as well.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson's tenure in Denver was rocky, and it is over. Zach, did they do the right decision by benching him?
I don't know. I mean, at this, the problem is this organization spent so much to get him there, and they've gotten almost nothing out of it. I mean, Russell Wilson's played better than he did last year, but that's saying
they just don't.
He played like crap last year. Now he's just playing like piss. He's not doing anything. He's like a piece of bread, and he was supposed to be a 4-course meal. You know what I mean?
Exactly. He's not been maybe a little better than any of these other quarterbacks they brought in since Manning, like Flacco or Keenum or Bridgewater.
Yeah.
But
Drew Lock.
And obviously Sean Payton didn't want him there, and they believe that Sean Payton can turn this team around. Sean Payton obviously didn't trust him enough to throw as he just checked down. That's the reason his stats are so good, because he didn't let him throw the ball deep at all.
Yeah.
And honestly, I do want to see what Jarrett Stidham, who had a couple good games for the Raiders at the end of last year. I don't think he's going to be great, but I think at least give him a chance he's competent. I don't think it's an 8% chance this team makes playoff.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen, even with the Chiefs sliding, but save the money, move on. Obviously, Russ, the real question that comes down to narrow is what team is going to want Russ next year?
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't shown that ability that he had in Seattle to move and get out of the pocket and make those big throws downfield. And maybe it's the receiver core, but, I mean, it's not like Denver's receiving core is bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jerry Jeudy's underperformed so far in his career, but he's young. If anything, it's more of an indictment on the program than it is on Jeudy, because Jeudy was a stud coming out of college, and then, we're a quarterback away. Let's go and pay almost 9 figures for Russ?
It was crazy. I forget how much it was.
Yeah, I mean, it was a stupid amount of money for Russell Wilson, and him not be the answer, as well as getting rid of trading away their future to get Russell Wilson, trading away Bradley Chubb so that they could afford his contract, and now Chubb is down there in Miami. But
and Seattle ended up getting Devin Witherspoon, Charles Cross, Boyd Maffei, all these draft picks out of that trade.
Yeah.
Too. And Drew Lock. Don't forget Drew Lock. But I don't know, like maybe Atlanta? I saw the Patriots as a thing. I'm like, hell no.
No.
Minnesota?
Well, it's not. You're not only getting Russ. You're getting the entire entire team.
Really?
You're getting a massive contract that
they don't
want.
You won't get the contracts.
Well, he's not going to sign for some piddly contract.
He's not going to get that much.
I know he's not, but I don't think he'll take anything less than a lot.
He's got all his money he wants after that deal.
Did he? But, he did hit the over on the number of bathrooms in his house versus touchdowns.
And I know it's very weird because I don't know if you saw it. It came out they told him this a couple month or something ago about we're going to cut this year, last year. We're done here unless you get a contract. But he still played through it and did fine enough. But I don't know, going to be a very interesting market for Russ. Honestly, Atlanta is my number one option for him.
I don't think Atlanta. I think Atlanta's going to – I think they either go draft.
Chicago, maybe? I've always liked –
But I could see Justin Fields in Atlanta before I see Russell Wilson in Atlanta.
Yeah. But if you had to name one team you could see him going in next year, who'd you say? I feel like the AFC, there's not a lot of teams you could put him to. Back to Seattle?
No, I couldn't see him back in Seattle. I could see him. Gosh, I think it depends on what a couple other teams do. But let me think. No.
Washington?
Maybe Washington, but I don't know.
I was going to say, I feel like the Giants would work, but I don't think there'd be any way they'd afford him with the Daniel Jones contract.
Yeah, that's the issue, is they got that Daniel Jones contract now, which is tough. Golly. Colts?
Anthony Richardson?
Yeah, but, I mean, he's hurt. And
I just can't see Russ going for a backup job. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know who would want him as a starter with the amount of good rookie quarterbacks coming up. Kirk Cousins available, Kyler and Fields, if that happens.
Yeah, maybe Arizona.
I think they're worse off with Russ than they are Kyler.
I agree, but he's cheaper than Kyler.
But older. I don't know. It's not a very clear market for.
No, I don't. Well, plus it's his whole team around him, which was the big problem in Seattle, and has been the problem in Denver. Is he doesn't connect with his teammates? He's in his own little bubble. You know.
But then the opposite of that. So now there's quarterback spot open in Denver. Honestly, if money wasn't the issue with this huge contract, Kirk Cousins would be a great fit there.
Yeah.
But I have seen today Justin Fields going there.
Justin Fields going to Minnesota?
To Denver.
Oh, to Denver.
Because obviously Denver's not going to be able to afford a top free agent quarterback with a salary, and they're not going to be able to draft someone that high because they have 7 wins?
I mean, this quarterback draft's pretty deep. The odds are Chicago's going to go quarterback. No, I don't think they should.
Arizona potentially could. Patriots, if one's on the board, they will. Washington probably might. Giants, you can't rule out either.
No.
I don't know. It's going to be an interesting offseason.
It's going to be interesting. I'm excited for our draft episodes because, I mean, how the quarterback and I'm excited for free agency. It's going to be interesting who decides to pick up some of the free agent quarterbacks. Definitely. Specifically Fields, obviously Russ, who we're talking about, who's going to be a free agent come March. It's already been confirmed. Cousins, likely. The Vikings want to move on, and they don't like the options they have there right now.
And obviously, Baker's going to be a big one too, but he's going to get a lot of money. We're not wrong.
0 chance Fields goes to Denver. Just by looking at him, you can tell Peyton wants a light quarterback. Dude, he's gonna try he's gonna try and get Purdy.
He might. Sam Darnold.
He's an undersized white QB. Drew Brees.
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance is going to be interesting. I want to see him get another shot somewhere, but I don't know where that would be.
And Mac Jones.
Mac Jones, he's shown flashes that he could be good.
I don't know. And then there's some guys I think contract wise it might be hard, but I could see them trying to move off them. Derek Carr, I think that contract's really hard to, but I could see them trying to.
Yeah.
Geno Smith.
Do you think Carr? Maybe.
What?
Do you think Carr to Denver? Do you think Sean Payton thinks he can revive Carr's career?
I feel like I could see him doing that. I just don't see it happening.
Well, because here's the thing: over the last few years, the last few years, ever since none of their rookie quarterbacks have panned out, none of them.
No.
And the only time that they've had solid quarterback play is when they brought in veterans and said, hey, go win a Super Bowl. They did it with Peyton, obviously, most recently. But I feel like that's kind of Denver's – I feel like that's their play is to go after some bet and see if he can win a Super Bowl with a pretty good team. Peyton obviously didn't look great during their last Super Bowl run, but maybe they just need a guy to take care of the ball.
That's fair.
And be a threat.
I'll hate that.
I agree Vikings should re-sign Cousins, but from everything I've been seeing, it's looking like they're probably not going to.
I just don't know why they won't play Jaron Hall because Nick Mullins is the white Jameis Winston, honestly. And Josh Dobbs is not a good quarterback. At least Jaron Hall looked good that one drive he played before he got hurt, at least. And this Vikings team doesn't make the playoffs with Hawkins out for the year now. But, all right, Zach. Let's head on our big topic of the day. A certain quarterback who Zach's not been a huge fan of had the worst game of his career, probably the worst game of the season.
Listen. I don't hate Brock Purdy. I don't know why this has been put on me. I don't hate Brock Purdy.
He doesn't hate him.
I don't hate him. I think he's massively overhyped. Okay? He's a fine quarterback. He's fine. He works really well in that system where he can just be the distributor. But I think in other situations he wouldn't perform nearly as well. And it's why I've been saying for a very long time he should not win the MVP. Because he's not even the most valuable player on that offense. He's probably not even in the top 3 most valuable players on that offense.
I disagree. I'd put him third.
He's either third or fourth.
I think he's more valuable than Debo. Debo kind of disappears a lot. But when Debo like balls out, he balls out, but he can also disappear for a lot of games. But definitely Trent Williams and CMC are.
Yeah.
Obviously, Trent Williams is one of the best left tackles of all time. CMC, best running back in the NFL.
Yeah. But, like, the problem with Brock Purdy is that sometimes he looks like Aaron Rodgers, and other times he looks like Nathan Peterman. And if you ever look like Nathan Peterman, you aren't the MVP.
I think definitely he was just like after he threw that second one, you could tell he was just out of it. He lost all confidence, and there's no way he's coming back. He should have had there was a couple of those interceptions were tipped, so weren't all on him. But then he had a couple drop ones also. Like he got very lucky with some other ones too.
Yeah,
that was a.
Speaking of that game, what does the Kyle Hamilton injury look like?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything. I haven't looked.
Oh, okay.
But
that's a big loss to that Ravens secondary.
He's one of the best safeties in the NFL, honestly.
Yeah, he is. But I mean, listen, it was bound to happen eventually. It just finally happened. You know,
they're fairly optimistic, so it doesn't seem that bad. And here's the thing: yes, he had the worst game of the season, but guess what? They're still the number 1 seed in the NFC. And
true.
He gets to play the Washington Commanders this week. You know Brock Purdy's going to absolutely destroy that.
What if he throws for another 3 interception game?
That would be nuts.
Dude, I would absolutely true. Drew Lock would be surgical on the 49ers. Can you imagine that young man slinging that thing?
Sam Darnold didn't look great either, though.
Huh?
Sam Darnold did not look great either in multiple time. He took a lot of
He
sacks.
had more touchdowns than Brock Purdy in that game.
He did have more touchdowns. He also had
a pick. Yeah.
But
that Ravens secondary is good, man. They're good.
And I think Lamar played fine.
Mm-hmm.
But Lamar also benefited from that insane amount of turnovers.
Yeah. This is why, again, don't give the MVP to a quarterback. And none of the quarterbacks have been the most valuable player on their team.
I mean, Lamar is the most valuable player on his team, but at the end of the day, even though stats aren't everything, if he only has 23 total touchdowns this season, and for an MVP, I think it's 23 or 24. But if you look at Lamar's numbers from his MVP season, they're so much better than this year.
Yeah,
it's just not.
Meanwhile, you have guys like Tyreek Hill and Christian McCaffrey who have a chance to legitimately break records, and no one's looking at them as legit MVP contenders because they're not quarterbacks. And it's like, these are the 2 best players in football right now. One should win the MVP. The other should win Offensive Player of the Year. There's no question in my mind that's what should happen.
It's just a quarterback award at the end of the day.
I know. It sucks. It sucks.
And, it's just a different one every week. You think, if the Dolphins beat the Ravens, Tua will probably go into it. Jared Goff, he has the numbers. If he beats Dallas, ends the season, maybe they get the 1 seed, he could be in it. Matthew Stafford, even Baker Mayfield, potentially be in the MVP race. They're just no set, and they're just kind of throwing names out there because they need a quarterback to win it.
I know. It's ridiculous. I hate it. Personally.
Josh Allen, leading the league in touchdowns, just had the interceptions. I don't know.
I like Josh Allen. I still don't think he should win MVP. He's obviously the most valuable player on his team, but I don't think he should win MVP.
He just tries to force it too much. Every game he has 1 or 2 throws. It's there's no reason to make that throw, and he does it. And it's
yeah, I agree.
But,
yeah, So who right now, if you had to pick, who's the MVP right now?
I don't even know. I feel like CMC, but CMC didn't even do that much in that game.
I mean, he averaged like 7 yards a carry.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't run him more in the second half. They just went straight to.
Yeah, they just went all passing all the time. It's kind of crazy with how he was tearing it up when he got chances to touch the ball.
I'd probably go CMC with like Lamar, Tua, Josh Allen, Purdy maybe at like 5 still. I don't know. There are Hill's up there too.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I feel like it changes every week, so it's kind of hard. I feel like it's going to be different when the season ends in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But
they're just going to pick a random quarterback and go, here you go.
Oh, 100%.
They're going to put all the quarterback names in a hat and just pick one. It's going to end up being Zach Wilson.
No Flacco! Hey, he deserves comeback player of the year. That man was
100%.
He's what,
100%.
10 touchdowns in like 3 or 4 games? He's been crazy.
He's been really, really good. I'm a big Joe Flacco fan.
You know the Browns?
When I played quarterback, I modeled my throwing motion after Joe Flacco.
Do you know the Browns could still be the 1 seed in the AFC?
I did know that.
That is crazy. They had Joe Flacco this whole season?
They'd be undefeated.
They might be.
17-0, win a championship.
I'm actually happy I could root for the Browns again because Watson is in there, and I feel like everybody can root for Flacco. But
yeah, no, I'm a big fan of Joe Flacco. The reason I actually modeled my throwing motion after his, even though he's a tall guy, he's got a really high release. He's like up here, and so that's why I modeled my throwing because I'm a short guy, so I had to have a high release.
It's true. All right, I want to talk about a guy I've hated on lately on this show. I don't hear your thoughts on it. Which people's finally started to seeing a little light, as this man can do no wrong by certain people, and he gets every single excuse thrown at him. No matter, even if his play has declined, nothing is ever his fault. And after an embarrassing Christmas loss that saw the Raiders quarterback Aiden O'Connell not complete a pass in the final 3 quarters, and still the golden boy next GOAT couldn't win that game. Come on. He's not even a top 5 quarterback this year. Yes, he's a great quarterback, but like he should be making his team. You can elevate the play of receivers. Like you can't blame everything on receivers, Kelsey, whatever it is.
Yeah.
He has to get some fault of this, and I don't know why everybody seems to be letting go of this. What's your thoughts on Fraud Holmes?
On Patrick Mahomes? Listen, I haven't been as critical of as Carey has been on this guy.
I'm also a troll, so.
Yeah, you're also a troll. I haven't been as critical as Carey on Patrick Mahomes just because I do think he's a really great quarterback. But at the end of the day, you have to elevate the level that your team is playing at. I don't care what you have to do that. As a quarterback, you have to elevate the players on your team. Every player on the Chiefs roster is having the worst year ever. I don't know if it's the loss of Eric Bieniemy. I don't know what's going on. But that offense is straight up garbaggio. It's horrible. It's not fun to watch. It's frankly kind of a embarrassing display by KC, who in years past has been the most explosive offense in the NFL. And
as Sam said, Tyreek Hill was not on the team last year, and they weren't this bad.
Yeah.
All they lost was Juju and Bieniemy. And Rashee Rice has been a better receiver. He's had a few issues with drops and fumbles, but he's been a better wide receiver one than Juju was.
Absolutely.
Yes, Kelsey is down, but
I don't know. Because here's the thing, there are teams where, like, you could say their wide receiver core doesn't have a legit wide receiver one that are having better offensive years than the Chiefs.
My thing is just like people called them top 5 all time already.
Yeah.
You see, and if like Tom Brady, besides like Gronk and Edelman, who was a slot guy, between the time Randy Moss of Randy Moss
Wes
when Brady
Welker,
retired.
Danny Amendola. Come on now. Put some respect on their names.
What did
Eric
they do?
Decker.
What did they do after that? Peyton Manning, like the greats of the greats can take, not the most talented guys. Malcolm Mitchell was balling out in the Super Bowl. Like,
yeah,
if you're that good, you could make these players better. And these guys, like these Chiefs receivers, have been there for a while. Like, a lot of these got Justin Watson.
Yeah.
Like, is this MVS's first year in KC?
MVS? No, it's the second. He was there last year.
Yeah, like a lot of these guys have been there a few years. They have experience, and suddenly they just have no connection. It's just this whole thing's it's the Taylor Swift curse, honestly.
Honestly, it is.
What it is.
As soon as she put that hickey on Kelsey's neck, it was over.
I just wish there was a better team in the AFC West, because if there was a common team in the AFC West, they might not win this division.
I agree.
And this is going to be hilarious because it's going to be the first year that Patrick Mahomes will not have home field advantage in playoffs. It will be his first, if he makes the playoffs, which, I mean, right now, who knows?
Yeah.
This might be the first year he has a road game in the playoffs. I don't know.
Very true, Sam Adams. Very true.
But this team's a mess right now.
Yeah, it's a mess.
I don't think this team scares anyone.
No, I mean, not really. I mean, who was it? I can't remember who said what, but someone said we don't even worry about stopping the Chiefs. We worry about stopping Patrick Mahomes, and then the rest takes care of itself.
Mm-hmm. And he's at fault for some stuff. He's not perfect.
Yeah.
People seem to think he is.
True. And welcome to the show, the man in the hoodie who's late like a booty.
57
Really
minutes
Trev
into the
Scott.
podcast, he shows up. 57
He's muted
minutes.
as well.
Listen, man, I had some rough times tonight. Really amazed that I'm here in one piece, but I'm so happy to be here, man. What are you guys talking about? Have you done Pick'em yet?
Yeah, we've done Pick'em. We've been on the show for almost an hour now.
Well, better late than never, like Drake said.
All right,
I'm having a Dominga Mimosa Sour.
Oh, Trevor, check out this. We got labels now.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Ooh.
Which one is that?
I'm having a fluffer.
It's the Free State of Smith Red Wave. It's a red ale.
I don't think I tried that one.
That's the face of a man who was partying and eating McChickens all night.
Wait, who said that?
Sam Adams.
It's not. It's a Wednesday night, bro. Have some class. Have some class. It's not what I was doing.
That's exactly what he was doing.
All right, Trevor, let's run through the pick 'em quick with you. Lions at Cowboys, Saturday night.
Saturday night. Cowboys can't lose this game, so they won't.
All right. Dolphins at Ravens.
No Waddle, but yes, Hill.
Yes. And Waddle's questionable. Not ruled out officially yet.
What's
The
the
tough
other game?
one. And then Steelers at Seahawks.
Give me the Seahawks. Did anyone take the Steelers?
I did.
Okay.
I took Seahawks.
Okay. And you said Miami. It's in Miami.
It's in Baltimore.
Is it a night game?
I don't know.
I think it's 4:25.
Yeah, I think it is. I think you're right.
It'll be
whatever,
night
man.
by halftime.
Give me,
That's
huh?
It'll be
It'll
not
be
the
night
half.
by halftime.
Give me Miami. Give me Miami.
Oh, and we did this earlier too. The college football playoffs.
Oh, it's a 1 p.m. game, guys.
Ooh,
1 p.m.
Yeah,
game.
so give me Miami. Yeah, 2 in the daytime.
Alabama, Michigan, Trevor.
Oh, dude, I don't care, but I can't wait. I stopped caring about college football like halfway through the season when the Gators started sucking. But I love watching the college football playoff. What's the first game?
Alabama, Michigan.
Oh,
Or Alabama, Michigan.
That's near the championship, dude. Roll Tide. Roll Tide.
All right, and then Texas, Washington.
Texas.
I like
Texas
it.
by more than you think.
All right.
So Texas
we-
loses by 3. Okay, let's go.
We talked about the Jaguars. We talked about Russ. We talked about Purdy. We talked about Mahomes. Is there any topics you want to bring up, Trevor?
Would you say? Wait, so you talked about What'd you say?
Purdy,
about
Russ, Mahomes, the Jaguars, and their struggles.
Wait, can you break down the? Actually, you don't have to break it down. But apparently, if Russ gets cut, they save a lot of money.
Russ is going. They announced it.
They've let him know that he's gone in March.
He's going to be cut in March.
Oh,
and we were saying, can you think of a team that will get Russ, would want Russ next year? I said maybe Atlanta.
I don't know if they would want him. I feel like there's other quarterbacks available.
Like the dream is like, Kyler, like Justin Fields maybe, but like, that's not always doable.
I mean,
I can see Russ going there, and he could mentor Desmond Ridder for 1 year.
Then again, Justin Fields would be coming home if he went to Atlanta.
That's true. What if
he grew up in Georgia?
I think they're going to keep him though.
What if the Cardinals end up to, Cardinals and Bears end up deciding to keep Kyler and Fields, which is both plausible, and then Kirk goes back.
They can hang on to Ridder too. They can still low key believe in Ridder.
And if Kirk goes back to Minnesota, then like Russ might be the best option for Atlanta.
Yeah, Ridder could use a year. I think that might happen.
That's fair.
You sold me on it. Did you guys think of any other teams or no?
No, Washington maybe.
Pittsburgh or no?
Pittsburgh is one that
maybe. I don't think he fits the Pittsburgh vibe though.
Yeah, there's a vibe in Pittsburgh, definitely.
Yeah.
With certain quarterbacks.
It could be like the
Yeah.
Oh.
That's not what I was talking about, but sure, Kerry.
That's like the quarterback Sean Payton wants. All right, Trevor, we had your Super Bowl preview happen last week. What do you think of the Cowboys-Dolphins?
Good game, dude. It's a really good game. Sadly, my hometown team was playing, but that game was almost over before it started. Zach, I don't want to bring it up again.
I mean, you can. It's fine. We already talked about it, so.
But so there was no point in really watching the Bucs game. Nothing too exciting happened there. So I got to just watch that entire game, and they were just going back and forth. It was always close. Like when one offense scored, the other offense scored. When a defense started playing well, the other defense started playing well. So it was like it felt like a Super Bowl. Just back and forth, punch and punch. Miami scored last. It was a really good game, though. I was like, both teams looked fine. They looked as good as they should look going into the playoffs. Both teams look like they'll win a playoff game.
Okay.
Interesting.
Just one? And
then you're one step closer to my Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But, dude, I want to see the Ravens in the Super Bowl. I'm not going to lie, dude. Man. They look good in prime time, man.
Do you think the Ravens will be the 1 seed in the AFC?
Yeah. Who else they got to play?
Miami this week, and then I think they play the Browns last week 18. No, they play the Steelers week 18 in Baltimore.
That's a W.
Right.
Still 1-1. What are they right now? 13 wins, 12 wins?
They're 12-4? No.
Yeah.
12-3.
3.
Best record in the NFL.
12-3, so 13-4. That should be the 1 seed. Because they'll beat the Browns.
Steelers.
Wait, did you say the Browns?
I said the Browns, so that's my fault.
Okay.
All right, Trevor. I heard some very mean things about Josh Allen that you said on Twitter.
Dude,
You want to expand on that a little more?
It's like I get why people called him elite. Like, the thing was, I'd never understood why people called Justin Herbert elite. I never understood why that word got put next to him so often, so closely. But I get why Josh Allen has been called elite. I just don't understand why he's still called elite. I don't. He makes a lot of – he can win games. So, like, maybe he's, like, sometimes elite. I just – nowadays it's just – but big picture, it just doesn't do it for me anymore, dude. Too many turnovers, his arm looks worse.
Do you know who has one less turnover than Allen? Mahomes.
Okay.
Do you know who is, I think?
Absolutely not. Sam Adams, no.
That was a Trevor take right there.
No, I'm not going to lie. That was fun, though. I like watching Easton Stick play. That's the most fun. That was the most fun Chargers game of the year, man.
This highlight.
Maybe the Dolphins game.
All right, sir. Do you have any other divisional hot takes right now or anything?
They're winding down, dude. I mean, they can only get so hot, you know. I love Jordan Love, man.
He's really good. I don't know why Zach
keeps on him. I still don't believe in Love.
Zach, what'd you say on that tweet? Jordan Love or Zach Purdy? I mean, Brock Purdy.
A peanut.
Okay, like a cashew?
No, a peanut. You didn't see my GIF I posted?
Was the peanut throwing a football?
Purdy and Love are the exact same numbers. And Love has a not as great offense, just a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
Is that not impressive?
Still a peanut.
Well, they're impossible to compare. I just think I've seen more from Jordan Love.
He's looked really good. The Packers have the franchise quarterback.
I still don't believe in him.
Zach just hates Love.
Wait,
he believes in guys
I don't hate anybody, Kerry. First off,
he believes in guys like Ritter and Howell, but Jordan Love.
You believe in Sam Howell too, Kerry?
No, I gave up on him when Zach said he was top 10. Then I was like,
did believe in him.
I did. He looked good. We talked about this earlier. He should at least get a chance to be QB1 next year. I think they should draft the rookie in the second or third round, bring him in for a battle with whoever the new coach is, and give him a shot at least. But he's been awful lately.
It's not his fault.
It kind of is his fault.
Yo, he looked ass that game, dude.
It's not his fault.
He's like 2 touchdowns.
He's scared. He's been hit 8,000 times.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Sam Howell.
Oh, I'm talking about Brock Purdy. My bad.
Brock Purdy
he also looked really bad.
No, he looked ass. I'm not big on theoreticals or what coulda, shoulda, what happened, but that man easily could have had 6 interceptions.
They're saying the couple of tip ones weren't all his fault, but he
What do you mean? Whose fault was it, bro?
He 3 other ones that should have been picked.
Yeah, bro, he threw that MVP right away, bro.
Sadly,
they were at home too. Come on,
disappointing.
But that defensive backfield is nasty, dude. Front 7 played well too. Davian Clowney is number 24.
He is.
Wait, didn't Brock Purdy get hurt? His groin or something?
I think they just pulled him out just as a.
Yeah, he's hurt. He's not going to see the field the rest of the game.
But they took Trent Williams out. He got sacked twice in a row.
Yeah, he got hurt too.
Grabbing
Shout out to Kerry Dempsey. I need to see more from Jordan Love. People thought Kenny Pickett was going to be an MVP candidate coming in this year.
Kenny Pickett is a great record. That's about it.
No, bro.
Shut up, Kerry. God.
Have you seen his record?
How many passing touchdowns does Jordan Love have? 28?
He's 29 or 28. He's
right, man.
He's balling. And if you had a healthy Christian Watson, he's cooking. Trevor, who do you think's going to win the AFC South?
The Jags.
Still?
Yeah, they play the Panthers. Jacksonville. Don't make me. Don't make me wrong. Don't make me look like a fool. The Jags should win it, man.
We should. I agree.
The Jags
we should have won a lot of games, but we didn't. So
who is it? Carolina and who?
Titans.
The Texans. Who is it?
It's we played Carolina and then the Titans.
And then the Texans and the Colts play week 18.
We clinched it with a win and a Texans loss and a Colts loss. We clinched the division.
The Texans
are sweating, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This division was not supposed to be that good. Not that any division.
Not that good.
But
they're all 8-7.
Hey, we could all end up 10-7. So
no, that's impossible. Actually,
we could end up 2 teams 10-7. Have 2 teams in the playoffs because the Colts and the Texans play each other in Week 18.
That is true.
Yeah, the Colts are winning a division next year, dude. That's crazy.
That's not happening.
Trevor,
the Colts are winning a division next year.
Zach thought they should bring in Russell Wilson next year.
Who, the Colts?
Yeah.
No, I floated them as an idea.
That's got to be racist. How?
How?
AR. Zach, how are you still hating on AR, dude?
You
I'm
can't
not
stay healthy.
hating on him. It's just like he gets hurt every game he's played in.
He played like 3.5
That's
games.
not gonna happen next year. He wasn't
He played.
hurt.
No, Kerry, he didn't play 3.5 games. He played 3 half games.
No. He elected to have the surgery and miss the season. He could have played. He could have kept playing.
He would have just kept getting hurt more.
Nah, that's not what I heard.
Where did you hear that from? Your sources?
Sources, man. Next question. The Colts are winning a division next year, though.
Not happening, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Are they
seriously
Fire
8-7?
Press Taylor in the offseason. Shad Khan needs to make some changes.
We talked
That's the
about
coach of the year right there.
Who's your
What's his name
MVP?
again? Steichen? James Steichen? Yeah,
Shane Steichen.
that's the coach of the year, man.
Trevor, who's your MVP?
I might suck the Colts. What?
Who's your MVP?
I might be a Colts fan next year. My MVP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you not seen me tweet 1,000 times in the past 2 days, bro? It's Lamar. What?
Zach
No.
doesn't think so.
No.
I'll say Lamar at number 1, and then at number 2, you could either put Tua or Christian McCaffrey, and then at number 3, put the other one. Number 4,
What about Tyreek Hill?
probably Tyreek Hill because he'll probably do very good these next 2 weeks. So but we'll have to see what the next 2 weeks happen. But as of right now, I got Lamar at number 1, and then Christian McCaffrey or Tua.
Jared Goff out. If Jared Goff has a good game against Dallas, is that crazy?
See, bro, there's some people that that's why my discussion only goes to 3 or 4.
Jared
Because
Goff.
for me to have to get a Jared Goff, dude.
Jared Goff is
I'm gonna have
better
to say a
numbers.
few more names.
He's like the same numbers as Dak right now.
Okay, but you can't get the MVP can't be a numbers thing, bro.
That's what it's been, dude. It's been a quarterback's numbers
Not anymore.
thing.
That's what the issue with Lamar is. Stats do matter, Trevor. They're
No,
not.
they don't.
Yes,
No,
they
they
do.
don't.
You can't have an MVP that has 23 touchdowns.
Does he have 23 touchdowns?
Yes, he's 17 passing and 5 rushing.
That was before the game.
No, that is now.
No, that was before the game.
That is now.
No, that was before the game.
Look it up.
You
If
gotta
I'm
look
gonna-
it up because I know that
I'll look it up. Y'all keep
he's
talking.
definitely got more than 22 touchdowns.
That's a 23.
We ought to bet on that. Well, you said 17 and 5, which is 22, brother. I went to school today.
It is 24, so it was off by 1.
All right.
Okay, but your MVP is 24 touchdowns?
Yeah, man. It's not a stats award. That is the most
look at
valuable player in the NFL.
Look at his MVP, his last MVP. His stats were much better.
Okay, and there was a lot of
Stats
good
do
quarterbacks
matter.
that year, bro.
Stats do matter.
Honestly, I'll put McCaffrey at 2, just barely over Tua. So I'll say Lamar.
McCaffrey deserves it more than any player this year.
I gotta say it's Lamar, man.
If Tyreek could
Well,
hit
McCaffrey has an all-star team too. By the same token, we know he's the best running back, but he's got the same team Purdy
here's
does.
the one thing. The Niners line is not that good. They have the best left tackle in the NFL, but the rest of the line is
They have
not
the
that
best
good.
lineman in the NFL. Dude.
Stop,
They have the
Sam
best
Adams.
lineman.
I agree with the Flacco comeback, but not DeMar Hamlin MVP.
He cheers
No.
on his team like no man. If they get DeMar Hamlin comeback player of the year, that is just the dumbest thing ever. There's no reason you should get it.
I agree.
He's literally just like a Make-A-Wish kid that they put at the sidelines.
Stop, dude. He's an NFL player. He's not a Make-A-Wish.
How many tackles does he have this year?
It's
0.
okay. He's on the team. He died.
Is he on the team?
He doesn't play.
How many games has he played this year?
I think he has 2 tackles.
Let
He
me look
has-
up DeMar Hamlin's stats.
I think he's played in 3 games.
He's played in 2 games
He
with
played in 3 games, I think.
2 total tackles.
He's played in 3 games. He has 2 tackles. But this is probably the only time anybody's ever died on the field and then came back, right?
Except for that one guy that actually died.
This is really good for NFL history.
No, there's the one guy that actually died in the field in the 40s or 50s.
All right,
And
hear me out.
And they just continued playing the game.
Who else would you give it to? Baker?
Or Stafford. Even
Nah.
Tua.
Nah.
Stafford
Not
played
Stafford.
less games
Not
than Tua.
Stafford, bro.
Why?
I'm just gonna be honest. Hey, listen. Every
Stafford
time DeMar Hamlin has gone into a game, they've lost the game. I'm just gonna put it at that.
That's disappointing.
He's got 1 tackle in 2 games against Philly and Denver, and they lost both those games.
If World War III started, would we keep recording the podcast?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Is there any chance we'd get drafted or no?
How old are you?
How old do you have to be to not get drafted?
I think it's like 20. Is it 26 or something?
It's 26.
I think I'm safe.
I'm safe. I'm too old.
I'm safe. I'm 28. I'm 20.
He's 24.
I'm 40.
I want to float something out there.
Yeah.
If I told you Matthew Stafford was the best quarterback in the NFL in the last month, would you hate that? He is 4-1 with the only loss coming to Baltimore in overtime. He has 14 touchdowns to 1 interception over his last 5 games.
What about Lamar ever since he tweeted Johnny?
Johnny works.
Johnny works, dude.
Johnny works.
Johnny MVP.
Stafford, though?
Lamar.
Honestly, our 2 guests this offseason, the Rams and Bucks, ended up being very right because the Rams is like, the Rams are going to surprise people this year, and the other one was like Bucks and Baker are going to surprise people this year. Both worked out.
Hey, I said Baker was going to surprise people this year, and no one gives me credit for that.
Baker hasn't surprised me this year. Baker surprised me the last 4 weeks.
He's surprised me. He's had to have surprised you this year.
Not this year. Not this year.
The last 3 weeks, he's been insane.
If he keeps playing well, the next 2 weeks, I'll say yeah.
What would you sign him to if you're a Bucks
He's my
fan?
most underrated player preseason. Look at me now. Yeah. Zach Stradamus strikes again.
Do we want to bring up the rest of it, Zach?
Rest of what?
Calvin Ridley gonna be great. Desmond Ridder and the Falcons, the Jaguars. You had a rough year. I had a rough year too.
Listen. The Jaguars still have a pretty good chance to make the playoffs, and Calvin Ridley has had big games.
Oh, I have one last topic I want to bring up before you.
Desmond Ridder has had good games as well. 2 of them, but he had them.
All right, so the fantasy season is heading up to the last championship. I don't think any of us made any of our league championships.
I didn't. I made it to 3 semifinals. I made the playoffs in all 4 leagues, but
my team had a lot of fun this year. So for sure.
All right.
They got a lot of orange slices after
we did. We went for ice cream and orange slices after every game.
All right. So speaking of that, we talked a lot of fantasy this offseason. Was there any guys that you had hyped up and really disappointed you this year?
Only one for me, Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard's a killer, man.
He's
good, but he's not anywhere close to RB1. So
no. Guy that I hyped up in the offseason. Obviously, even though he's had some good games, Calvin Ridley's got to be up there. I'm not sure where he's at in terms of wide receiver rankings, but he's probably 20th, somewhere around there. And I think I had him at top 15 or top 12 or something like that. Who else? Etienne started the season strong. He ended up falling off pretty bad. Because teams just started keying on him and just not let him do anything. Our offensive line sucks. Anybody else who I thought was going to be good in fantasy ended up not being good?
I got a list here if you can't think of any.
Desmond Ridder.
Yeah, Zach, didn't you bet on him to be 3,500 yards and then he?
I'd have to get.
Sadly, I think the bet was a little steeper than that. I think it was 4,025.
No, it was not.
No, it was 35 or something.
Let me see.
All right, here's some other names that disappointed this year. I saw on a tweet, Austin Eckler was really awful this year.
Austin Eckler sucked.
Yo, Austin Eckler, he's not real, bro. He's not really playing. He's tricking y'all. He's just he's in it, bro. I don't trust him.
Travis Kelce fell off once he started dating. No.
Oh, all right. What?
Travis Kelce fell off once he started dating someone. Patrick Mahomes is a fantasy disappointment. Stephon Diggs really did not have a great year. After
free Stephon Diggs, please free him.
Jalen Waddle kind of down year compared to last year. Najee Harris didn't really do much. Damian Pierce, another guy that kind of fell through. Miles Sanders was one you guys hyped up a bit. I was very right about. And here's one that was like, it wasn't hugely hyped up, but this guy might have been the biggest disappointment because he was horrible. He didn't even play. Remember, everybody was so hyped up about Dalvin Cook being this big signing? That's
because Rodgers got hurt, bro.
Dalvin Cook did absolutely nothing this year.
Yeah,
Rodgers low-key could have got himself an MVP this year.
Yeah, but Breece Hall balled out this year, regardless.
Aaron Rodgers should have got an MVP this year.
Sure, man.
Think about it, bro. He could have came in here and thrown like 34 touchdowns and 7 picks.
That offensive line.
Wait. Oh no.
What?
Is that the
Wait, where's DeAndre Swift in fantasy running backs this year?
He fell off the last like 6 weeks, so I
need to know because there's a bet between you and Trevor.
It's RB 15, right? Or 20?
Top 18.
Okay.
Oh, he's probably safe with that. Well, the season's not over though.
Season's not over. That's true.
What is the bet for that?
You get to slap carry 5 times.
Oh, yes, dude.
He's 15. Wait, what is it? 18?
18.
He's 15 right now.
Okay.
It's gonna be close.
Okay.
The sad part is he was like top 10 for a while, and then they just stopped.
Oh, I found some more bets, guys.
Wow. Finally.
Okay. Sorry, I just found these. Christian Watson, top 17 wide receiver.
Who said that?
That was Carrie.
Who bet on that?
Me and Carrie.
What we bet?
12-pack.
All right.
These are all the 12-pack bets. I'm just going to get them out of the way. George Pickens, top 17 wide receiver.
It's not over yet. He can have 200 yards.
And then me and Trevor bet Keenan Allen 13.5 games played.
What's he at now? He missed a few.
He did miss a few. I'm not sure what he's at.
He's out this week.
That's probably a close one.
That is going to be a close one. That's coming down the wire.
He's played 13 games exactly.
Come on, Keenan. One more, bro.
No. Shut it down, Keenan. Shut it down.
Suit up.
He missed practice today.
Huh?
He missed practice today.
It's okay. Just one game. Go play with Easton Stick. Get you one more touchdown.
No, he don't want to play with Easton Stick, bro.
Zach, I know Trevor's safe, and a Dak jersey may be appearing for me in the recent week or so.
Yeah.
But
let me check. Let me check the Justin Fields.
That one might be close.
That one's going to be close. Justin Fields.
You should get a Justin Fields Ohio State jersey.
Trevor, you're going to be close on those two. DeAndre Swift and Keenan Allen, those are going to come down the wire.
Those are very close.
The lines on those were solid.
Height.
Definitely.
Okay. As of right now, I'm looking pretty good. His completion percentage this year is 60.9. He needs to get to 62.5.
Yes.
Ooh, that's doable.
He's at 9 interceptions. He needs to get to – oh, that's tough. He's at 9 interceptions. I need him to get to 10.5. So he needs to throw 2 picks.
Ooh.
He is not hitting 3,000 yards, though.
Hey, he can have some big games. Yeah, but those two all our bets are coming out pretty close.
I mean the lines on these were pretty good.
Minus the 2 sophomore receivers I bet on.
Yeah.
Are those both to you, Zach?
Yeah, they are.
All right, 24 pack, I guess.
He's gonna give me like Natty Light or something. It's gonna piss me off. Just like he did with the Scotch bet. He's just gonna he's gonna lowball me like a little bitch.
Did they even sell these? Yeah, can I just get you a 24 pack then?
Sure, but it can't be Natty Light.
He's like, I don't know, man.
Maybe Modelo comes
I don't know about that.
Yeah, they do.
So
They do?
while we're on bets, does anyone want to make a bet tonight on the upcoming games?
Trevor, we need to do a bet on something for the chicken.
Okay. All right.
What do you want to bet on?
Uh,
You want to bet on Lions, Cowboys?
You took the Lions?
Yeah. You won't even bet on your Super Bowl contender, Cowboys?
If this was the NFC Championship game, I would.
Wow.
It's in Dallas.
It's in Dallas.
Is David Montgomery playing?
Yeah.
Oh, this
You're
is
a-
where
You
it
know
gets...
what? Yeah, Gary, I'll do it.
All right, let's do
Okay,
it.
we're doing the chicken. Spicy chicken, Dallas
That would be rough.
Oh, come on, Cowboys.
and Detroit.
The Lions.
All right. You're gonna see some really just foul things said on Twitter if the Lions lose this game by Kerry Dempsey.
Definitely.
Oh, by the way, if you do lose this bet, you have to do it on the show, or you have to video it, and then it'll be recorded and then put on the show for the pre-show video. You have
How
to do
about
one
at
of
the
those two
beginning of
things.
the show? I don't think I could finish a show if I ate a whole one of those.
I couldn't either.
That's Trevor Carey.
That's
Awesome.
That's gonna be an hour of hell, honestly.
Dude, if I lose, I'm gonna eat probably like a whole box of rice beforehand and just have like a full thing of milk just ready to go.
I'll let it be recorded, but it has to be recorded. That's the thing. If you don't record it, it does not count.
It is in Tampa, so I can't do it here.
Okay, that's fine. So then it's recorded. It'll be put on the show next week. Yeah. So just looking at all the bets we have.
I can't bet with Zach anymore. I keep losing every time I bet.
Oh,
with him.
and Trevor lost a bet to me as well this year.
What was it?
Sadly, over under 10 games for the Jets.
Ooh.
What does that mean? Oh, wins? Oh,
Yeah.
What do you want?
What was that bet?
That was
I lost that bet 30 seconds into the season.
That was a bottle of wine. A bottle of wine.
Dude, I will gladly buy you that. What?
Can it be like champagne so I can pop it?
That's cool. Yeah, champagne's cheap.
Sure.
Yeah. And Patriots last place.
That sounds like me and Carrie.
That was a you and Carrie. That was also for a bottle of wine.
Yeah, screw you.
It's not over yet.
I want some Cabernet. I want some Cab sauce.
It's not over yet.
And I want a plate of pasta to eat drinks with.
Oh,
It's
dude.
not over yet. It's not over
This
yet.
is my favorite time of year. The bets are coming due. I really don't want a Justin Fields jersey. I really don't. Because he's probably going to be somewhere else next year, so it's not even going to make sense.
You could wait until he goes somewhere else and get it for cheap.
Get a Ohio State jersey.
That's
That
true.
might be what I do. I'll get a
Alright.
Georgia Bulldogs jersey.
Don't do that.
Yeah. All right, ready for rapid fire?
Let's go rapid fire, man.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna do that. Oh, it backed out of it. Again, follow us on Twitter, Really Football. See all these tweets before they come out on the show. All right, who is the best sports media personality?
Me.
Stole my joke.
At Beerly Zach. He's a great guy. He does a lot of philanthropy work.
If I had to choose a non-Beerly one, I'll say I like Stephen A, even though he's an idiot.
Come on,
What?
dude.
That's horrible.
Oh,
Also, I find Skip hilarious, even though he's an idiot.
I don't mind Skip. Skip's entertaining. I don't like Skip talking about football.
My favorite is Ty Schmidt, who is a second host of the Pat McAfee show. He's funny.
Pat McAfee's the worst.
I used to like some of these guys, man. Shannon Sharp. Wait, does Ocho Cinco count?
Yeah.
Definitely him. Definitely
All
Ocho
right, who's the better wide receiver, Mike Evans or Stephon Diggs?
It's not even a question for me.
It's easily Evans.
It's
Diggs.
easily Evans.
Diggs.
Easily Evans.
Mike Evans is the Kansas City Chiefs, sadly.
What grade would you give Russell Wilson's first 2 years in Denver?
There's no point in paying Baker Mayfield if you're not going to pay Mike Evans, bro.
C-.
Deep.
What was it? Baker Mayfield's first year in Denver?
No. Russell Wilson's first 2 years in Denver. C-.
Bro, that first year was bad, dude.
D+.
Oh, goodness. I'll
Actually,
say
an
C+
F,
just because
considering
that
what they had to
first
give
was
up for
bad.
him.
That's true. All right, who's the best team here? Lions, Eagles, Cowboys, Dolphins.
Eagles, bro. Come
It's
on.
the boys.
The
I know the Dolphins just beat them, but I think the boys are better.
Dan Campbell, Lions smash.
You don't believe that.
Yeah, that's like the third best team there.
All right, who had the best 2023 NFL draft? Honestly, the top two contenders are the Lions with Laporta, Gibbs, Brian Branch, and then Houston with Tank Dell, C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson,
Actually, give me the first team.
and Jack Campbell.
The Lions. The Lions for sure. Laporta
The
ain't
Lions.
crazy.
I'm going to go Houston. They got a franchise quarterback and wide receiver one and a good linebacker. All right, do the Baltimore Ravens have the best defense in the NFL?
They're up there.
The best?
I'm gonna say right now, yeah. Probably.
Right now, yeah, but
I think the
not
Jets
all.
are the best. They just don't
The
care.
Jets might.
And the Browns is pretty nasty too.
Browns is pretty nasty as well.
All right, which quarterback would you rather build around, Brock Purdy or Jordan Love?
Jordan 11
A peanut.
If it's a random team, then Love. If it's in their current situations, Purdy.
It's not. It says build a team. You're building a team, bro.
A
All right.
peanut. That peanut specifically in the GIF that I posted on Twitter.
Zach, that peanut will get sacked.
No, that peanut is a monster. You see that he threw the ball, it caught on fire.
Wow.
That
That's
was a
bad. The
freaking
receiver's
bullet.
not going to catch that.
No,
All
the
right.
receiver is going to catch it. He's going to have water on his hands.
Should Washington draft a quarterback next year? Yes, but in the second or third round, not first round.
Who?
Washington, should they draft a quarterback next year?
No, they shouldn't. They
Trevor?
got way too many holes on that team to draft a quarterback.
I don't care.
Okay. Who is the most valuable player to their team in the NFL right now?
This is a good question.
It's Josh Allen.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's probably Josh Allen.
Cook, Zach.
I don't think he should win MVP, but it's probably Josh Allen.
It's Lamar Jackson.
Describe Brock Purdy in one word.
Brock. I've said this before.
Not as sexy as Jimmy G.
What, man?
There's no spaces in that.
Cashew
Solid.
milk. There's a hyphen there.
All right.
True or false? Lamar should win MVP.
False.
You got to ask me again in a couple weeks, bro. It's the end of the season award.
What is the worst tasting beer you've ever had? Heineken.
That's such a bad take, Carrie.
It's disgusting. Have you had it before?
Yes, I've had Heineken before.
Gross.
It's not that bad.
This beer tonight is pretty gross. I haven't even finished it.
Yeah, so it's that one, not Heineken. Lagunitas. Trevor remembers. Lagunitas is terrible.
Yeah. I'll say probably just like a beer when I was sad.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What is the best Christmas movie?
Bro, Home Alone.
Christmas
Shut
Vacation.
up. That's so wrong.
No,
Christmas
Home Alone
Vacation.
is a classic, bro.
What'd you say, Carrie?
Christmas Vacation.
That's fucking terrible, dude.
Elf number 2.
It's very clearly Die Hard. Die Hard is the best Christmas movie.
Oh God.
Dude, it is. Die Hard is. Listen, not only is it a great Christmas movie, it is arguably one of the best movies ever.
Wait.
I don't know about that.
The cartoon
Yeah.
version of Grinch is up there.
Which one?
The cartoon
The
version.
old one.
Which one? The old cartoon?
No, I think he means the old one.
Or the new one with Benedict Cumberbatch?
That guy freaks me out.
Oh, yeah, the old one, definitely. Cindy Lou Who is so cute in that one.
Shut up.
Dude,
No, I'm
that's
serious,
creepy.
Shut
Stop.
up.
That's
No,
weird.
It's cute. That's
Get
it.
out of here,
Stop,
Justin.
dude.
not
No.
weird.
It's
It's
FBI.
not weird. It's
Stop.
not
That's-
weird.
No, that's
All
weird.
right. True. This is Trevor Scott tweet. True or false? Roughing the passer penalty should be reviewable. True.
Yes, bro. Oh, my goodness. The refs were fine in the Dallas-Miami game, but that one roughing the passer was nuts.
All right. Which quarterback would you rather have, Justin Fields or Kyler Murray? Not the midget.
Kyler Murray, don't be nuts.
Justin Fields.
Should Joe Flacco win comeback player of the year? Yes.
No.
Yes.
If you had to build an
Either
NFL
him or Baker.
Baker or DeMar Hamlin.
Stafford.
Stop.
If you
DeMar
had to
Hamlin
build
should
it,
be nowhere near that award.
if you had to build
Think
an
about the
NFL team
history.
from
The
scratch,
NFL
shut
history
up.
comes with that.
What QB would you build around?
They would literally
Which
seriously,
QB?
in 30 years, they're gonna call it
Shut
the
up.
DeMar Hamlin Comeback Player of the Year award.
I don't want that.
They probably will.
But it doesn't matter. They will. It's, they're gonna make it 30 for 30.
What were
about
the quarterbacks, Kerry? I don't want to talk about this.
Any quarterback, you build a team from scratch, who'd you build around? I'm going CJ Stroud.
You're sick.
Can
This
I
is
go
a good
prime
fight
Aaron
for you.
Rodgers?
Give
I
me
meant current, Zach.
Can I go prime Joe Montana?
Sure, man.
Can I ask a couple
Current
questions?
quarterback, if I could build the team around? Golly.
Stroud's the youngest, and he'd have the least cap hit.
Well, if you're building a team, it doesn't matter how much you pay him. You get to pick any quarterback.
Well,
Right.
there's still a salary
I
cap.
have a
Give me
couple
Drew Lock. Just because I've done it so many times on Madden.
Sure.
Give me Drew Lock.
Give me
That was
Drew
the
Lock.
most- Give me. I'm taking Iguodala.
I'm taking Iguodala.
Iguodala.
No,
Do I have
if
the rest of my
pick
team
a
yet or
team to
no?
build around.
Trevor, just answer it.
If I had to pick a team to build around just because of the way I like running offenses, I'd
He's
probably
taking
take
Drew Lock.
Justin Fields.
How old is Patrick Mahomes?
I give up. I'm not listening.
27, 28.
Yeah.
I'll take him.
All right. Who will win the AFC East? It doesn't matter if you're picking the Dolphins this week.
Miami.
I think Bills will still. I don't know.
Bro, believe in Mike McDaniel.
Bro,
did you see what they said right to Dan Marino's face?
that was so stupid.
What?
He's like, we're gonna beat all your fucking records.
He was like, F your records, dude. We're coming for all of them.
I hate that little nerd.
What a dumb bitch.
No, let him cook. There's
No.
some
Describe George Pickens in one word. AB Jr.
Carry one word.
There's just no spaces in that.
Ski mask.
Selfish.
Trigger this fan base in one sentence. The Cardinals. Midget quarterback.
That's their best player, bro.
That'd be good.
Honestly, that's like the worst part about Arizona right now, probably. Is the Cardinals.
I don't know. Shout out to one word.
One sentence.
Oh, one sentence.
This is rapid fire, guys.
I don't like who's on your team.
That's true. Dude, the USC guy's up to 6 touchdowns tonight.
Are they winning?
42-28.
Caleb Williams?
No, it's some sophomore.
Backup?
Yeah.
Dude, Zach, take the agenda. Caleb Williams is system quarterback.
That's
You said
dude.
that
I
earlier.
mean, I've been calling him overrated for a while. That's what I'm saying.
All right, who's your favorite Raider ever? The drunk Sebastian Janikowski.
Bro, I don't have. Actually, Shane Leckler.
Actually,
Nnamdi
Bo
Asomugha.
Jackson.
Actually, it's Shane Leckler.
Actually, it's Bo Jackson.
Did he play for? How did he play for?
Actually, it's Marquette King. I love
Terrell
that guy.
Pryor, Zach. Terrell Pryor.
Terrell Pryor. Oh wait, actually,
Yeah.
it's Terrell Pryor.
I'm
At
surprised
quarterback.
Trevor is not a more Marshawn Lynch fan because Marshawn Lynch seems you if you're an NFL player.
Dude, what? I
The
don't
la-
think so at all.
The lazy guy that just smokes weed all day and eats Skittles.
No, Marshawn Lynch is way scarier than me.
True.
I feel like if I was an NFL player, I'd be
I may
Tua.
get got, but I'm gonna get them more than I get got though.
If I was an
All right.
NFL player, I would be Tua.
Pick
No,
one
if
in the.
you were an NFL player, you
Actually,
would
I would be Kyler.
You'd be Noah Gray.
I would be Kyler.
It's
for
so
sure.
Noah
random.
Gray.
Actually,
All
I'll
right.
be Justin Herbert.
Pick one in their prime: Sherman, Patrick Patterson, Revis, Champ Bailey.
Revis, bro.
Revis.
Revis.
Sherman had it though. Sherman had a good prime. I just drew the Grinch really good.
All right, pick 2 running backs: Jamal Charles, Arian Foster, DeMarco Murray, LaShawn McCoy, Matt Forte, Marshawn Lynch.
This is
LaShawn
easy for
McCoy,
me.
Jamal Charles,
Foster and Charles.
Give me
Zach?
Charles
Aaron
and
Foster. was
McCoy.
good. He was my
Give me
favorite player
Shady.
at one point.
Bro, when Shady was playing next to Tyrod Taylor, that was his real prime. That's all I gotta say.
All right, name a former Bills player.
Tyrod Taylor.
Richie Incognito.
Tyrod Taylor, dude, his celebration. Oh God, I love Tyrod Taylor.
O.J. Simpson.
All right, last.
Wait, have you seen that TikTok where it's like that moment where you just find out about O.J. Simpson? This guy goes, "Oh my God, 273 yards against the Browns."
All right, 3 more. If Derek Carr wasn't an NFL player, what
Did
would
he really have that?
Yeah, he did.
Jeez.
What would Derek Carr's job be if he wasn't an NFL player? He would be the kid from Toy Story that looks like Trevor.
Sid.
Yeah. Or the lead singer of Panic at the Disco.
I think he'd be in a band, but he'd be like an acoustic guitar probably. Or maybe drums.
No, he'd be a singer in a ska band.
It's a ska band.
Just look it up.
All right. Should Puka Nacua win Offensive Rookie of the Year? With
Oh.
Stroud? Stroud's missed a few weeks. It's starting
Stroud
to
was dead. Yeah, but Stroud is alive.
Zach?
I think, yeah.
All right, last one. Who has the best current alternative uniform in the NFL right now?
The Dolphins
We got-
are sexy.
We got like the Eagles green ones, the Patriots reds, we got the Bucks cream.
I hate, but the Titans Oilers jerseys are nice as fuck.
They are.
Their normal jerseys suck, but those Titans Oilers jerseys are nice.
I'm biased, so I'm gonna go the Patriots red. Honestly, all these teams should wear these full time. The Philly green, the Patriots red, the Titans Oilers, the
Nah,
cream
because
shirt.
it's not special anymore, man.
They look so much better than
They
these
look so much
crappy-
better than their standard unis, though. I mean, it's like night and day better.
The Titans uniforms are awful. These ones look so much better.
Yeah, the
Everybody's
Titans
gonna be
uniforms, the Titans regular uniforms are straight up garbage. They're horrible.
I
Like,
wonder
you know
if
what
they'll
would be
get.
good for football?
What?
If Oregon was good again. If the Oregon Ducks were good again. That would be good for football.
They were
They
pretty
were-
good this year.
They were pretty good.
No,
This
they
year.
need to be like elite, like top 3.
You see, they're playing Liberty in their bowl.
Exactly. That's insane.
Liberty was almost undefeated this year.
Bro, I went to a Liberty game when we were at FGCU, and there was nobody there.
What?
What?
I went to a Liberty soccer game when they played FGCU.
Oh wait, let's do.
Well, that's because it's soccer in the United States. No one cares about that sport.
So.
All right, let's do.
There were some hot chicks there, though, dude.
Let's do a basketball pick 'em before we wrap things up.
Let's
Oh, God.
not.
I'm going to this game. It's all our former alma mater.
You're going to a basketball game?
It's all our former alma mater.
Oh, not the NBA?
This Saturday, we
Okay.
have the FGCU Eagles hosting the number 7 in the country, FAU.
Bro, FAU is gonna. That game is gonna be over in 7 minutes.
I bet FGCU plays them tough because that's been the FGCU way this year. Is you play every good team well until like the last couple minutes if you get blown out. So I have. I'm going to take FAU by 13.
FGCU won in overtime against D3 Florida Memorial in their last game. So
Okay,
Wait,
let me
is
know what
that
the
guy
score
still
is.
the head coach?
what?
Is that guy still head coach?
Which one? They fired Michael Fly, and now they have the
Oh,
guy.
that's what I was talking
I'm
about.
like,
Fly.
now they have the
No,
guy
they-
that talked about
they-
lynching his players.
Yeah, they have the racist guy now.
Wait, what? Wait, whoa! I did not know about this. What are we
He's
talking
like
about?
Marquette or something, and he
I
like
think it was Pittsburgh. It was like a decent sized program, and he got kicked out because he said he was going to lynch one of their players after practice.
Jesus Christ!
His name's like Pat Chambers, I think, Zach.
Yo, Kerry, let me know what the score is after 7 minutes of game time.
It's going to be like 34-6.
No,
FAU
watch FGCU play him tough. Watch
I want to
it.
watch that game. You think it's on Streamies or Buff Streams? I don't use that, but I'm
Oh yeah, for FAU. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't use it, but
FAU just beat number 4 Arizona in the country.
That's nasty.
So
FAU is crazy. That is a good basketball team.
I don't know if FGC is going to do great.
how's Miami's basketball
Yo,
team this year?
for some reason, I feel like Caleb Cato is still on the team.
I don't think so for roster.
Like somehow, I feel like he's still on the team.
He might still be on the team.
We were doing pretty well, and then we lost a couple games.
Yo, give me Brett Comer.
There's
Brandon
another.
Miller.
I feel like every FGCU team always has a guy named Zach.
Yo, what was that one guy's name? Number 25 is like Lucas Eddie Norelia or something.
Yeah, there was.
Remember bro, That guy peaked as a freshman.
They have
Talk
a
about
white.
Billy Hoops.
This is how bad FGCU's basketball program is. They have a white guy named Blaze on the team from New
Yo, you
Jersey.
seen that guy? Name something Dwyer?
On FGCU?
Yeah.
He's not on the roster. They have a guy named Kyle Riemenschneider.
What's number 21? What's his name?
21 is there's no 21 on the roster. I don't think you didn't. I don't think you watched them this year. They're terrible.
But last year they had this guy who was like TikTok famous. He had like millions of followers on TikTok, and he would be like shaking his butt in like like basketball uniform. It was crazy, dude.
They fell off sadly.
He would like make a three and practice, and then like start twerking.
That sounds like Trevor Kirkland.
The internet is
Not
crazy,
merely Travis
bro.
Scott, but Trevor Kirkland.
That's not my name. That's not my name.
No, I know. I said not barely Travis Scott, but it sounds like Trevor Kirkland.
Who is that?
Some guy I met in college.
Some weirdo. Long live Zach Johnson and Brandon Goodwin.
Oh God, I miss my brother and my
backcourt of dreams, bro. Have Christian Terrell around the 3-point line, bro. It's like Klay Thompson.
Fat Boy Simmons at 5.
Yo, he pissed me off.
Morant.
Oh, how do you not lose a single pound in 6 years, dude? Oh my God.
How do you not lose a single pound? In
Division I athlete that's going to March Madness and you're 20 pounds heavier? Oh my goodness.
VCU too.
Oh. You know, the best part is, Zion's doing the same thing, but he's in the NBA.
Oh, he made $100
You see that tattoo he got today?
It's off-centered. It's like
his what?
His
Zion's tattoo is like on his it's supposed to be down the middle and it's a cross, but it's like off-centered.
Like up here, it's like a cross with a lion on it.
Yeah.
But it's like
the wildest thing ever.
Yo, speaking of Zion, be careful about these crazy Instagram girls, dude. Sam Adams, I'm talking to you. Is he still in here?
Probably.
Yo, Sam Adams, you be careful, bro.
Alrighty, is that all we have for tonight's show?
That was it.
Alrighty. Anything you guys want to plug before you head out?
Yeah, for some reason, I'm going to be on the Beerly Hockey podcast next week. So if you guys want to check that out, I think it'll be coming out on like Thursday or something, but maybe I'll talk a little puck. Check out the Beerly Hockey podcast.
Talk the puck.
Yeah, that's all I got. I haven't watched a single hockey game this year.
Follow me on Twitter, Beerly Carey. Great takes. I would never troll on there, ever.
Yo, lately, my tweets have been doing good. Like, I don't know what it is.
Hey, I had a 14 million tweet last week.
I don't know what it is, but lately my tweets have been like
14 million troll tweet.
That was great.
I ratioed you on that for a few hours, and then it took off.
I had millions of people hating on me. It felt great, honestly. And next week's our last regular season episode of the season.
Yeah. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, you have @BeerlyZach on Twitter. I talk a lot about how bad the Jaguars are. I talk a little bit about golf. So if you're into that as well, we have a golf podcast with my brother.
I'm going golfing this week by myself.
I don't feel like you would ever do that.
Well, I might. And if I do, I'll Snapchat you.
Okay. We have a golf podcast, Beerly Out of Bounds. It's on the YouTube, and it is also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Anyone can find podcasts just like this one, Beerly Football. We will be live again next week on time, hopefully, depending on Trevor, on Tuesday. So make sure you guys tune into that. We will have some bets to pay up next week, specifically one, maybe even more. So we will see how that all plays out. Until next time, we'll see you guys then.